Factsverse presents 15 Things You Didn't Know About Grease. Number 1. Hopelessly Devoted to You. This is likely one of the things you didn't know about Grease. The song sang by Sandy, Olivia Newton-John's character, was not added until after they were done filming. The producers wanted Sandy to have a solo ballad of her own. It's a good thing that they added the song, as it became one of the most popular songs in the movie, and it was the only song to be nominated for an Oscar. Number 2. Carrie Fisher was considered for the role of Sandy. Before Olivia Newton-John was cast as Sandy, Carrie Fisher was considered for the role. The film's director was George Lucas's roommate, the creator of Star Wars, after he saw Fisher film a scene in Star Wars Episode 4 – A New Hope. He wasn't convinced that she would be right for the part. Instead, the part went to Olivia Newton-John. Number 3. Background dancers. Throughout the movie, you see many people dancing in the background. While these people are just background dancers, they all had names. Some of them included Moose, Bart, Baba, and Sauce. This was to make it easier for directors to call people out by name without learning their real names. You can also hear characters referring to the background dancers by name in certain scenes. Number 4. Jamie Donnelly had to dye her hair. While the movie was filming, Jamie Donnelly's hair was turning gray. To keep her looking like a high school student, she had to dye her hair so that the gray would not be visible. It definitely worked as she fit right in as a teenager. Number 5. Coca-Cola deal. Coca-Cola was working out a deal with the film to have advertisements for its product placed in the film. The deal fell through too late in the production process and the advertisements were already placed. To rectify the problem, all of the product placements that appeared in the film had to be blurred out. Unless you know what to look for, you can't even tell when you're watching the movie. Number 6. Dinah Manoff can't dance. Dinah Manoff, who played Marty in the film, couldn't dance. She told the producers before she was cast, but they didn't have a problem with it. Because of this, she's seen sitting down during every dance number in the movie. Number 7. Grease as a cartoon? Originally, the creators of Grease wanted it to be animated, rather than making it a live-action film. When they decided to make it a live-action film, they decided to make the opening credits animated. This was a nod to their original idea. Number 8. You're the One That I Want took one afternoon to film. You're the One That I Want was the final dance number in the film, and it was one of the biggest. The amount of dancers and singers involved in the song were more than in any other musical scene. Although it was the biggest number, it took just one afternoon to film. This is a surprise because most of the other smaller numbers took a full day or more to film. Number 9. Annette Charles is a trooper. Annette Charles, who played Cha-Cha, had an ectopic pregnancy and needed surgery. On the day that she was set to film the drag race scene, she checked herself out of the hospital so that she wouldn't miss it. After the scene was shot, she went back to the hospital and had the surgery. Number 10. Bacteria illness. During the drag race scene, the cars drove into a pool of water down at the end. Because the water was stagnant, it was full of bacteria. After filming the scene, several of the cast members got sick due to the bacteria. Luckily, it did not stop production for too long. Number 11. Honoring Elvis Presley. In the song Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee, there was a line that was added later. The lyric, Elvis, Elvis, let me be, keep that pelvis far from me, was added to honor Elvis Presley. It was the day that they were filming that scene that Elvis passed away. Number 12. Not really teenagers. While the cast was supposed to be high school students, they were all actually much older in age. Their true ages at the time of filming are as follows. Olivia Newton-John, 28. Stockard Channing, 33. Kelly Ward, 20. Jamie Donnelly, 30. Barry Pearl, 27. Dee Dee Khan, 25. Michael Tucci, 31. Dinah Manoff, 19. Jeff Conaway, 26. John Travolta, 23. Regardless of their ages, every single cast member pulled off the role of a high school student perfectly. Number 13. Rizzo's hickeys were real. The hickeys that Rizzo got from Kenickie were real. Jeff Conaway, who played Kenickie, wanted them to be authentic, so he gave them to her himself. That is true dedication on both parts. Number 14. Jeff Conway and Olivia Newton-John. Throughout the filming of Grease, Jeff Conway had a huge crush on Olivia Newton-John. It was so much that he was nervous when they were together on set. Eventually, he got over his crush and he ended up marrying her sister. Number 15. Olivia Newton-John, a high school student? Before Olivia Newton-John agreed to play the role of Sandy, she insisted on a screen test she wasn't sure if she could be convincing as a high school student. They shot the drive-in scene, and she watched it. After seeing how she looked playing a high school student, she immediately accepted the role. Subscribe for more, and don't forget, Grease is the word.